Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and you're very welcome to the Kerry Garden Show. I'm Alan Finn, and you join me here again at Boyles' beautiful garden centre here in Killorglin, and we're joined by our gardening expert, Miguel. Miguel, how are you?
I'm okay.
Are you feeling bright and sunny?
Yeah, for a change.
For a change, I know, a nice bright disposition.
What a summer.
I know. Woo!
Yeah.
Although look, it's kind of threatening to come out a small bit, but that's been the story of the summer. It's been threatening to come out. It's been cold. It's been overcast.
Oh, yeah.
But a bit like the weather, the garden is kind of going through a bit of change at the moment, isn't it? So
yes.
What we've had is a lot of the early summer flowering is now finished.
Now gone. Yeah,
now
exactly.
Gone. So listen, what should people be doing with them, the early flowering, and what can they do after them?
We know all that this early flowering, we can consider bulbs as early flowering perennials as well. You know that, let's say, daffodils, that even you have the ones daffodils you can have flowers from late Christmas to mid-May. Mm-hmm. But normally all the foliage that time of the year, this time of the year, it should be all wilted. It should be gone. It should be yellow. Mm-hmm. You can clean them. Some irises, early flowering iris, they could be yellow as well. They could be wilt. So you can just clean a little bit that dead parts to keep the garden tidy.
And when you say clean now, do you literally just mean like cutting the foliage?
Cutting ground level, yeah.
Ground level,
cutting
right
ground
down.
level or whatever is gone. Mm-hmm. Leave the green part. Some irises will have part wilted, part gone, and still some
green foliage as well.
Leave the green, always, especially in bulbs, because that is feeding the bulb.
That's giving them energy. That's what's going to get them through the winter. Yeah,
exactly. So just clean what is dead, what is yellow, what is gone. Leave the rest. You don't need to do it now, but it's a good practice to keep it. It will keep insects, it will keep pests and diseases a little bit out of the garden.
Yeah, because what'll happen is they'll actually like to find that little spot of anything, any sort of dying leaves is perfect, an ideal place for any of the insects
or insects,
things.
fungus, fungi, or whatever. So no need to do it, but it's a good practice to do it.
Keep an eye on it.
What is wilting, just clean it. Instead of cleaning the whole garden in one go, just get outside, even if it's cloudy or rainy. Well, not rainy, but it's not very pleasant.
Yeah.
But you go out and clean a little bit, tidy up. And then we went to these early flowering perennials before. We have gone to the long-lasting flowering perennials. We're going to touch today more color. So when you think that things are going down, you still have plenty of plants to have in your garden, that you can have in your garden, that will give you a constant
color. It's what you're all about, Miguel. It's like one fades and then the next
color
is just coming up.
So ideally you should have persicarias or irises as early flowering perennials, or crocuses, or whatever you like. And then in a perfect world you will have long-lasting flowering perennials like catmint or gora, or whatever you name it.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful
Those
one.
plants, they will flower nearly all summer long.
And this got a beautiful.
It's a little bit later than
this got a beautiful red kind of burgundy stem, which also adds the color, even just with the foliage alone.
Some color. Gora are very popular. They're a very interesting plant with a
very
decent smell.
dainty white flower with a pink center. It's beautiful.
Yes. So you have early flowering perennials, long-lasting flowering perennials, catmint, things that they are going to be flowering all summer long, that those plants, catmint is a must-have in any garden.
Yeah.
Because that gives you a constant flowering. When a quick trick, when the first flush of flowers are gone, get the shares, cut them down, you'll have a second flush.
Okay.
So if you have an early flowering catmint, not early flowering, that if it's flowering early, if you want to keep it flowering till the end of September, just get the shares when they are fading, and see all the new ones that are coming from the bottom of the plant.
Yeah,
they will give you a second really nice flowering.
Wow. Okay. Lovely.
So we're talking about other plants like lobelias that they are starting now. Plants that they start flowering in August, and they will keep flowering till September. So we're going to do two parts, let's say. One of the plants that are going to start now, and they will flower for a couple months, August, September, which it will be the lobelias. Look at the Russian sage, which is starting now, right? So they start now. They flower for a couple months. Lithium, see the buds?
Wow. Yeah,
coming.
no, that's a beautiful.
We have them in full bloom last day. They are beautiful. They should keep blooming till the end of September.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's very important for you to keep color. Plants that are flowering now. Coreopsis, look at this flower.
Beautiful. What a
See the
beautiful.
amount of buds that are about to start coming. Okay?
Yeah, and I love the flower. It's like a star with like, you know,
Like a
eight
star with
leaves.
reds and
red and
yellows
beautiful
and
yellows.
oranges.
Beautiful.
So that's starting now.
Yeah.
That should be flowering till mid-October.
Okay.
So what we want is to have early, long flowering, midsummer, and then late.
Late. Yeah. Yeah.
So what we can do is organize our garden. If we have, you know, I like planning.
Yes, ever so much.
So you always want to have some color. You cannot come one day and take all the plants home. You have to come constantly, because every second week or every week we'll have something different. Maybe not every week because they have their cycles, but every second week we have something that is about to start. See the echinaceas about to start.
Yeah.
So if you come 3 weeks ago, these plants wouldn't be here.
No, and there's
Because it will be green.
two beautiful colors in the echinaceas as well too. You've got a red and you've got a yellow, so that's stunning. That's a really nice combination, and they're a real tall kind of a flowering
those
plant
are
as well
back
too.
plants,
You know,
but in the back you have plants in the back.
ideally, yeah.
They will be becoming bushier and nicer every year. And you see this one in particular is full of new buds.
New ones,
But
yeah.
see, they always come with one flower.
But you can see underneath the leaves here that there's a couple of more sprouting
There's
up.
plenty
So
of them
yeah.
coming. So those are late summer flowering perennials. So if you come here 2 weeks ago, nothing of these, maybe something like catmint or long flowering perennials like the geranium roseanne you have there. That's a very long lasting plant.
This one,
the geranium,
okay.
this one.
Oh, sorry, the geranium.
That's a geranium roseanne, geranium cransville. This one is very popular, roseanne, because the purple flowers or the blue flowers are like glow in the dark flowers.
Yeah, they're so stunning. They're really,
They
really
start
bright.
early, they finish late.
Would these be kind of like these seem to kind of cover a bit of ground as well too? Would they be one of those kind of
That's not the
that type?
ground covering geranium.
There's a
It
different
won't
one.
but it will be creating a bush of around 1.5 meters
Okay, that's still a
wide
good area,
for
yeah.
1 meter tall.
Okay.
And it's very good for wind. They're good for coastal areas. They're very hardy plants. And it's a very, very beautiful flowering.
Yeah,
very
beautiful.
Once they are in full bloom, it's a full half ball of purple,
purples.
shiny, glow in the dark flowers. So it's a very interesting plant for having it all year round. Not all year round, all summer long. So from these plants that are all summer long, we jump to the late ones, okay?
Okay.
The ones that are starting now, they are going to start in August, okay? Those plants normally, they will keep flowering till the first frost. Okay?
First frost. Okay.
First frost. You could have more or less, but you should have something till the first frost. One very good example of that is the dahlias. Dahlias are tender, even the hardy dahlias.
Yeah.
They have tender leaves. They will end up late. They will be finishing with the first frost. First frost,
yeah.
and they're gone.
Okay.
But we normally don't have very cold Octobers here. They're mild.
Yep.
Sometimes even better than in August. Sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Geez, we always get a late summer. Yeah.
So the thing is that you can have these fellas flowering for even the whole October.
Right.
You have in mind that when they tell you flowering from, let's say, March to April,
Yeah.
they could start a little bit earlier. They probably will finish later than in April.
Okay, so you get a month
You
nearly
won't
either
have a
side.
full bloom
Full
in
bloom,
April
yeah.
or
Okay.
in whenever you want, but you'll have still flowers. Okay? These fellas will stop with the first frost. See, Rudbeckias, look at these copper flowers.
Yeah.
They're stunning.
My God, even just the flower just seems huge, and they're about
Stunning
to
is
stretch
three
out.
different colors with the
Purple,
big
yellow, orange.
oranges, and you have plenty of different ones in yellows. So again, you don't forget that the combination of colors, you don't go by in one go, because you will be missing plenty of plants.
That's it, and that's a great point, because, like as you said earlier about arriving and coming into the garden centre every time, if you were to actually, you know, take one of these and just see the colour on the label or whatever like that, you won't get a full idea of
No.
the combinations. But it's when you come in on a regular basis, you see some of them early flowering, they're popping out because of the environment here in the garden centre. They will probably flower a little bit earlier than they will in your garden.
Not
No?
really. Not really. The pots are normally slightly later.
Okay.
Slightly, even in this environment, even with the canopy here.
Okay, right.
They're normally a little bit later.
Right.
Than
okay.
than the ones that are on the field on the ground. Yeah. But
combining the colours again, finding the right ones.
The thing is that if you come, let's say in May, and you take 4 trolleys full of plants,
yeah, right,
you will have early flowering perennials and midsummer perennials, but you won't have you won't have asters, because they are not probably not, some of them they won't be even leaves on them. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but they won't be only green. No one's wants green. Well, only connoisseurs, they come here in December and buy some perennials.
They know.
But because they know. But normal people, like you or me, we go for the color. So if you come in May, you will be missing all these plants. So ideally, you should do 3 or 4 visits to the garden center if you want a nice perennial garden.
Yeah.
You should come early in spring, or even in Christmas for sowing, before Christmas for sowing bulbs. And then you should start gradually coming, getting early, midsummer, long lasting, small, large. If you want a proper perennial or cottage garden, you cannot not only go for what we have now. Well, probably now what we have is more or less.
I suppose we're in the middle of the summer, so you kind of got a good balance. Like as you said, you might not have the early, but you'll have the mid to late and the bulbs.
See, but asters like here, even if they're coming with one flower, some of them they start in October.
Okay.
Flowering.
Oh, as late as October.
Some of them they start. It's not that they finish. They start.
They
in
start.
October.
Okay, right.
Some of them, they will be very green now. Ground cover, especially asters, spreading asters. You won't see anything till October, end of September.
Okay.
So have in mind that these plants were not here a month ago.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you want something late, you have to come late.
Yeah.
It's not that you are procrastinating or something like that and leaving things for the
last moment.
It's
just you're finding just the right moment.
Every moment, every plant has its right moment. So now what I want to talk about a little bit, chrysanthemums are now starting coming.
This is a serious ball right here now, and this chrysanthemum is a beautiful kind of a deep pink, and there is just so many buds on this, Miguel. So many buds.
They are, I don't know, here in Ireland, these plants are very common for funerals and these things in Spain. And not only not only in pots or on the ground, but cut flower.
Yeah,
they're very common.
Yeah,
very nice plants. Some of them should be coming back. Some of them are annuals as well, depending on the plant.
The leaves seem a bit hardy. Are they a hardy plant?
That's a half hardy.
Half hardy, okay.
Half hardy. They're not special. Well, what we call. So hardy will be that can take over -10, -10, -12.
Oh right, that's a serious
half
kind of
hardy
thing.
will be a plant that can take -5, -7,
which would be an average
-10 for a couple of days.
That would be an average here, Miguel. We wouldn't get too.
We normally don't get -5 or except in the last 2 winters.
Yeah.
Is
that's a severe thing.
2 winters ago was the coldest winter that I've been here since I've been here in Ireland, with those -9, -8 for 4 or 5 days. That will kill that.
Yeah.
That will kill geraniums, but the normal geraniums, the summer geraniums, they should be half hardy as well. They can take a little bit of cold. Okay, but we have Peruvian lilies.
This one is lovely as well.
Peruvian lilies, a plant that it will be starting now and will be flowering for the rest of the summer, well into October as well, if you have a decent fall. So the idea is, it's just starting. So the idea is having always color.
Yeah.
The idea is that you come here and get persicarias on early flowering irises in early winter, in early spring, and then you keep going till you have a complete full. Nearly, I will say, you can get
round the clock
an 8 or 9 months of flower of color, and then you can go to the cyclamen or winter color.
That's right, yeah.
But you'll have, if you get asters, you will have flowers till November.
Okay.
They're very hardy. They're very cool plants, and they will be rewarding you with late flower. Maybe this year we could go to Caroline's garden, maybe.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
She has a late summer flowering.
Yeah. We better give her a bit of notice, though. We can't just turn off.
We
Caroline!
Oh, not. Before I forget, the crocosmias, the Mombricias. Mombricias,
yeah.
Depending on the variety, some of them, the red ones, could be flowering now.
Yeah.
Some of them, even if they start now, they should be also flowering till the end of October, mid-October, the end of October. Very interesting plants. Back plants, they will be tall.
Yeah.
So you'll have
Nice
the
to
back.
sit.
You can combine. I've seen beautiful things with these fellas.
Yeah, well, there's the
Combining
yellows and the reds,
and oranges.
The oranges, yeah.
And reds in the same area, and they are beautiful. Very reliable plant. Sometimes it could become invasive if you leave it for too long.
Right.
So you have to divide. Remember that perennials, normally you need to divide them when they are mature.
Okay.
To keep the shape, and to keep them,
like that,
to rejuvenate them as well. To keep them, bring them back to life.
Okay.
But
Excellent.
I don't know, where are we missing? Shasta daisies. Shasta daisies are starting now as well.
Okay, well,
That's leucanthemum Shasta daisies.
Okay, right.
Well, this one is being
like
attacked.
lemon, like lemon color.
This one is being attacked by caterpillars. The flowers we saw them a few minutes ago when we were
you
preparing
picked one
this.
out. Yeah.
But they are starting. See what they do. They do a tunnel, create like a tunnel into the
actual stem. Yeah. Okay.
So
that's something to keep an eye out for.
yeah, they are starting now.
Yeah.
And you'll have them in flower for a long period of time as well, till it's very cold for them.
Okay.
But again, I think you can all know that I am obsessed with having always
summer color. Well, I think it's the ideal.
Combining colors.
It's the ideal garden, and like that's what we're trying to do every single week. We're trying to present you with as many options as you possibly can to help fill your garden full of color. And Miguel, we've got some great suggestions here and some great ideas, and some great developments here that I think people will definitely get in and add to their garden. They definitely should, anyway, shouldn't they?
They do. They should. Yeah,
They should.
because. Why not having flowers for longer?
Who wouldn't want them?
Period.
Who wouldn't want them? Listen, that's pretty much all we've got time for today. Hopefully you've got some nice tips out of the show. And if you have any questions or anything like that, do let us know in the comments below, and we'll try and get to some of your questions when we get a chance. Listen, that's all from today. Miguel, thank you very much as he holds his lovely daisy.
Yeah.
Until next time, happy gardening.